Hey Tina fans, Sabrina here, and I'm here to talk about the Amazing Digital Circus and also about the Gooseworx situation, kind of what Gooseworx went through when she was creating this show. And I know the real Tina would want to talk about this too. Hold on, let me just get my steppies. Here we've got Pomni and Jax, as people know, are some of the most popular characters. I bought these at Spencer's. But anyway, the merchandise is still available on the Glitch website. But anyway, I really wanted to make a video kind of addressing the whole Gooseworx situation of what Gooseworx went through when she created the show and how fans treated her. I mean, it's not right. I've been reading about this ever since the Digital Circus movie came out, and as we know, it's been in theaters and now it's free to watch on YouTube. And one of the most important rules about that movie is no spoilers, especially to those who haven't seen it yet. I've seen it a lot, I know what happens, and I'm not gonna say anything. I mean, I will throughout the video. Sorry, I always forget what I'm gonna say when I'm making one of these little talk videos, because it's one of those things where it's like you turn your camera on and then you're like, come on, brain, work today. But anyway, I want to do a little Tina talk about the whole Goosework situation and what she went through when creating the show. So it started a long time ago. Cooper Smith Goodwin was 16. She worked at McDonald's for 5 years, but then got fired for showing up late. And then she became a music composer and a little bit of a designer alongside her friend. Like, she started composing music alongside Evan Alderetti. And she was also working on a little animation called Little Runmo. And then eventually, after composing music, becoming a designer and an animator, she decided to work. She was motivated to create her own show. I know, right? She was motivated to create her own show and pitched 3 ideas to the Glitch Company, which sounds like a beautiful company, by the way, and I would love to go there someday. And they chose Digital Circus out of the 3 ideas. I don't really know about the other two, but if you do, feel free to drop it down in the comments. So they chose Digital Circus, and unfortunately, they didn't have the proper resources to do 2D animations. So within 2 weeks, she created a 3D animation style for the Digital Circus episode 1, which was the pilot. And after the first week, it got over like 20 million views, which was a lot. To this day, the pilot of the Digital Circus now has almost 500 million views after it's been around for like 3 years, almost 4. And after a couple more episodes, fans started getting angry at Gooseworx when she stated that, hold on, let me get these, Pomni and Jax were the main characters on the show and that the finale would focus mostly on them. But that's not true, because in the Digital Circus movie, I feel like we talk a little bit about Jax and kind of like what he went through and how him and Kane are, I'd say, a little bit of the same character, if I'm being honest, except Kane had Moon, which we know in the movie, Moon said, I still love you. And Kane said, I never programmed you to say you love me. And then Moon said, I know. Jax, however, didn't have anyone to say he loved them, or that they really he loved them, I should say. Sorry, brain. So Jax did have a really close friendship with Ribbit, but after kind of telling him one of his secrets and what he went through, known as the hit and run situation with his mom, he started mistrusting her. He pushed her away, then Ribbit abstracted, and then Jax tried not to cry in front of Kaufmo when he was looking in that mirror and said, You don't look so good. But Pomni tried reaching out to Jax in the film. But in the end, unfortunately, Jax abstracted. He abstracted, and yeah, that was it. I was really upset when I saw that scene, if I'm being honest. But in the end, I really liked how the movie ended, with Pomni just saying goodbye at the end, because that was really Gooseworx saying goodbye through her character. and she's just waving like bye, and then she walks away. And I thought that was a really cute ending, even though it's kind of what fans weren't really expecting in the film. But hear Gooseworks' words because they are very important. I love when she stated, I just wanted to make a cartoon and it's ended up being way more trouble than it's worth. Those words matter. They matter to me and they matter to millions of fans who still care about the show. I will not tolerate the hate she was given, because even while Digital Circus was still being made, Gooseworks was accused of being racist, which is not okay. It all happened when she was replying to this. I don't know the whole thing, but she was writing this comment that said Niga Angel, which is actually one of her inside jokes. And the problem was the image was cropped, so it made it look like she was saying the N word, which I don't know who did that, but whoever did, I'm glad they were caught. And yeah, I feel really bad about it. I mean, Gooseworks has worked so hard. She writes, directs, composes music, does voices, she's the showrunner. It's like 6 different departments for one show. And she created 9 episodes in 3 years. And when someone asked if we were getting a season 2, Gooseworks' response was probably not, I'm tired. And honestly, I don't know if there will be a season 2. I mean, it's not a yes and it's not a no. It's literally in the middle. And that's something that still bugs me to this day, if I'm really being honest. Anyway, yeah. Overall, I really did enjoy the show. I really remember when I saw the first episode, I'm like, who are these characters? I'm like, it's gonna take time for me to like get used to the show and kind of like what each characters are going through and stuff. I mean, my personal favorite is Pomni, if I'm being honest, even though I've been fascinated by Gangle and Zooble, especially episode 4. My personal favorite episode of the show is episode 4, where Gangle and the gang work at Spudsy's, the restaurant episode, which is based on the McDonald's Gooseworks used to work at. And I don't believe the fact that Pomni and Jax are the main characters because episode 4 focused more on Gangle. In episode 8, we got to see what Kinger went through before everyone else came to the digital circus. But now I just want to send my love to Gooseworks. I'm sending love and respect to Gooseworks after everything she's been through, everything the fandom has put her through, and stuff like that. But I also want to remind fans that when you're criticizing something, you really need to think before you speak. I have had slip ups. I've done things that were not very nice in my life, and I don't want to continue to do the same thing. Even when Gooseworks said, I'm the one who snapped, so I should reflect. She even agreed that she needed to reevaluate her priorities, which is something that even fans can do when they're approaching not just if they were to approach the creator, but also the voice actors. Like, I know Lizzie Freeman has been approached by unpleasant fans, and that's not okay. But I just want to wish Gooseworks and the whole cast, everyone who worked on the Amazing Digital Circus, just a successful completion of the show, hoping they can rest and forget about everything they've been through, especially Gooseworks, of course, because she's been through a lot. And please comment down below. Let me know what you think, if I should do another one of these videos, because I know I don't do a lot of these videos. I know you see my shorts where I'm mostly dressing up like Tina and dancing and stuff. Yeah, let me know what you think about Digital Circus. What's your favorite episode? What's your favorite character? Should Gooseworks continue season 2? And if anyone could find out like what Gooseworks is doing now, is she working on another show? Is she taking a really long break? Let me know. And I'm wishing all of you a teen amazing day. Bye!